Hello, greetings, viewers. I have a special guest. His name is Asad Hirsi. He is the head of the SPLF Diaspora Somali Regional Community. And we will be talking about the current situation in Ethiopia, in the Somali region, and vis-a-vis the context of the war going on Tigray. And I want you to all of you to welcome my guest, Asad Hirsi. Hello, Asad. Very warm welcome here to the TMH.
Thank you very much, Dede. I appreciate.
Yeah, very good then. We have a lot at play to discuss, and definitely we'll be covering the SPLF activities later on. But I want you how you and your party understands the conflict that has been going on for a year now. We call it a genocidal war on Tigray, and how it began, how it came to being, and how what your understanding is on the level of atrocities and the nature of the war. It's not a war; it's like a genocidal project on the Tigray people. But without imposing my views, how do you understand? How do you come to learn? And how are you following the developments?
Thank you very much. Let me introduce myself as early as you said. My name is Asad Hirsi Abdullah, as you said, and I'm a head leader of SPLF, Diaspora Somali Regional Community. Today, I'm here to talk about ongoing conflict in Ethiopia, particularly in the Tigray region, and I want to touch the new organization that I'm a part of. We know what's going on, and we condemn very deeply what happened to the country, in particular to the Tigrayan people. And it's well-known what's going on the country and the region in particular, and that appear Ahmed blockage every corner and using a hunger and rape as a weapon, and we condemn that.
All right. So going forward, what really is, I think people might want to understand about the new organization you are part of, SPLF. It's Somali People's Liberation Front. And can you walk us through what this party is about and how it have been operating inside the Somali region, outside the Somali region, in the diaspora? So just give us a map of what this organization is all about, and what its capacities are, and what its priorities are right now.
Thank you very much, Mr. The organization is a new organization that we established it, and we established it inside the country. After we saw what's going on, we realized how dangerous of this dictatorship is, and we decided to form this organization, and our purpose, our aim is to overthrow this dictatorship and liberate the people from the dictatorship idea. And our purpose and our strategy, we have a different strategic, which we already finished, and we already have our training camps, and we gather our people, and the people are really welcoming us, and they are ready for this. And we want to come and save our people from this dictatorship idea. Our goal is to be united and be part of the TDF forces together with us, and support them, come together against with this dictatorship and overthrow this, and bring back the federalism an ethic federalism system and a democratic people and save our people. We have our different sections, like foreign affairs that I'm heard of it. We have military leaders, and we have our camp training, and we have our training teachers, who graduated from the new armies, and they are really, really ready for this. So that is our main idea, how we're gonna throw out the dictatorship of fascist Abiy Ahmed and stand with our hero colleagues of TDF and OLF and overthrow this dictatorship. That's our idea. Another side, our people need this thing, and they really stand with us and support us fully, and they are ready, whatever come, to stand with us and support our brothers and sisters from the Tigray region and TDF defensive forces.
Okay, so are you already functioning on the ground? Do you have have you conducted operations, and what are the agreements you have with the Tigray Defense Forces and the OLA you were just mentioning?
Yes, of course. To come united together, it's good for all of us, and we have only one common thing, and that is just to throw the dictatorship up here, and we have to come together this and united together, and yes, we are ready for that, and we are willing to come together as soon as possible, and we will see as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. And how is the support you are receiving from your people inside and outside in the diaspora?
That's a very good question. The people last 3 years, they facing same thing that you are facing in the Tigray region. There is a very much unemployment, and there is inflation, and they are suffering a lot. So they are fully 100% support, and they want to come over with us and come over with all of us together. How they're gonna live this, and that's what we have a fully supported from them.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay. So I want you to remember that there was a war in the beginning on the Somali region itself by the same federal government. I think the conflict with the regions started with the Somali region first by removing the first president and then replacing him with his own stooge, and you can call him. He has been his personal friend, his personal pick. Anyway, I really want you to walk me through what it looks like, the situations in the ground in the Somali region, how the corruption is going, how the politics is being run, and how the people are frustrated and fed up with the current administration led by Mr. Mustafa. So, how do things look like in Somali region right now?
As we all know, as you said, the war started from the Somali region, and after they abolished the GTSI, they subjugated to Southern Walla and for Gambela. Then he turned to his organization. He destroyed. Then he started attacking in a Tigray region, or which he called it law and order, which he committed a crime against the humanitarian rape and ethic clearance of the Tigray people, and all of this took place. Same also like a Somali region. The Somali region are suffering, same like Tigray region are suffering, but no one knows about that. That's why we come over to this organization and stand for. And if you go deeply to the Somali region, there is a high inflation, and the money of the government, which they change it to dollar exchange, and they are deporting outside of the country. There's no employment, no peace, no employee, no education, and all of these are going on. The people are suffering, starving for hunger, and in the cities and in the rural as well. Wells were shut down for the sake of a repair. Hospitals were closed down for the sake of lack of medicine. Same like nothing different. Same like a Tigray region. The only difference is we have a little access instead that support some of our people outside or inside, but Tigray people doesn't have that. So very, 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 very severe situation in a Somali killing. High inflation, things went up 100%. Example like a item which was like $100 now is close to 100. It's close to 1,000 Ethiopian birr. And so this is exactly what is Somali killing in situation right now.
Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, you know, the war going on in Tigray is like war against the people, and many of the regions should have been supporting Tigray as a member of the federation, you know, defending the constitution and the federal arrangement and the diversity, which is now based on the new system. But many of the regions, which are also puppets of the federal government, Abiy Ahmed's government, are sending special forces, their policemen, to fight for him, to fight for the Amhara expansionists. And that seems to be the case, unfortunately, in many of the regions. Some are resisting. I think we saw a sign of resistance in the Somali region, to their credit. That was good. But there is one clip that I want you to comment on. A Somali soldier, I think Somali police, special police member, commenting on the Amhara and federal government fleeing from the war front, and he seems to be very surprised that why are you leaving us? Why are you leaving us? You just called us to help you, and then you're leaving us behind. So let me just play the clip first, and then we will hear your comment.
Thank you.
Yeah. والله على بريقة صوب حساب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ورطلع حاجة وسعتها وروضن كي مركز سيدنا وروضن كي مركز سيدنا يوصف حتى طلع إياك وهرية هاي ولي أنا ومتو سما ولي أنا ومتو ومارسا ها يا يزينا مكرر بقى إن دايرو يا أنا أون مكايرو ها ما مارسانا ومتاو مارسانا وي ولدي يا نانو سلامت ገባሪ ነው እንዴ አይደለም እኮ ለሀገራችን እኮ ስላለን እንሞታለን አይዞ ችግር የለም ናሽባለ ከዛ በኋላ አይዞች هيا وانشوغا يا انا ما هنا افسنا يا مايسان برتاسن شوغا يا اذن كتغا اذن كي قرن كو تغا يو لي بولسكين halka ku soo dhanaya waa adduun ya አይዞች
I think that that video is very interesting in a way that he was talking to federal soldiers that were running away from the Waldia Marsa war front area, I think, and leaving the some of the Somali special force members that came to in their help, and he was giving funny comments like why what are we doing then if you are fleeing, those of you who asked us to help. So your comments on that?
This is a historic. This is a historic, and it will be a historic. One of the important thing that we mobilized or that we did while we are in a process of a SPLF was a part of this. Example, Apia was trying to get the Somali region from 8,000 of a Leopolis and close to that of a Malaysia. And when we knew that we mobilized and we prevented to have that took place or that's to happen, and we contacted to the people and we contacted to the Liu that and we prevented from that, and only 500 soldiers, which is all the Liu police was possibly to Addis Ababa and Waldia, and they are welcoming very well when they reach there. And while when we knew that, we tried to reach them, to contact them, and we did it, and we confessed them whenever they met with the TDF and the war begins, they have to surrender peacefully, and we've been promised that will be received by safely when they surrender. That's when they knew, and then that's when the tension started and become suspicious. But this particular thing that clip we are watching, as we understand, he's saying, "Where you from? You from Waldia? Or so? Why you running?" And those who are running is the National Army and Amara militant. And he was asking, "You call us to help you? How we can help you if you are fleeing? Are we? If you are fleeing from the war, are we UN peacekeepers?" Which is a very touching point, and it's a very historical moment. Yes. When we work with this, it took us as a very hard to reach them and to communicate them and to convince them not to be part this genocide to our brothers and sisters in the Tigray region. They deserve our support. All Ethiopian people should support to the Tigray people instead to go and support Apia and genocide these people. So it's a very historic and very moment, and you see, and we all have this information. After they knew that we in touch with them, and they arrested five of the soldiers, and they are still in custody, and they are accusing them that they have a relationship or they have a link with SPLF and TDF, and they are still in a custody. So we prevented that took place, that 8,000 of the Somali police to come and join war against the Tigray and be part of the genocide. We prevented our brothers, of our boys, our uncles to be part of, as a Malaysia, to collect and bring them to this war. So we do all of this. Those 500, they deceived them at the first. They didn't tell them straight they will go there. They lied to them. They explained them that they are going to Afar region or somewhat on this conflict. They start Apia and Mustafa, but they realized it later on, and that's some of them. That's why they accuse them. They disobeyed the order, and they have a relationship. They have a link with SPLF and TDF. Mm-hmm. So some of them are still in custody, and that is when happening. And we have this enough proof, and we have much other proofs inside the country, inside the Somali region, which are waiting us, which are waiting to the TDF anytime we have any joint or any exit that we will join. Mm-hmm. That we will join the war against fascist here, and we're ready for that.
Yes, I think if there is a very central character of this war on Tigray, it has to be the nature of the lies that are accompanying it, and people are being deceived to do something and end up doing something else for the as a tool of the crime going on. Assad, I want to ask you to say some solidarity messages on both the Tigray and the Somali people, as they seem to have the same cause of freeing themselves from this bad hands of the Abiy government and his allies. So what will be the central message you have for both peoples to merge their solidarity, their cooperation together in the struggle to remove this government?
I'll talk about that firstly in our brothers and sisters in Ethiopian. I condemn the fervent rape and genocide perpetrated against the Tigrayan people, and I'm telling them that we are with them and we are standing with them, and we sorry the loss that they've been through, and I'm asking them to stay strong and be very resistant to this regime of Abiy. To my Somali brothers and sisters, we are together and we know that what we are doing, and what I'm asking you fully to support our brothers and sisters in the Tigray region. Today is the right day and it's the right time that our brothers and sisters need our help. And what I'm telling to our brothers and sisters in Tigray, that we are ready and we are standing, and whatever it takes to us, we are with you. One more thing to Somali region and Somali elders and Somali youth and Somali youth. Some of you who doesn't reach us still to reach us and stand with us. We know the only thing that we are safe is to have a ethic federalism system, and the only thing that we survive is to get back our unity and our fair and free election and our freedom. So don't back up. It's the right time. We don't have a time. Come together. We close to it. So stand with us.
Very good.
Stand to us. So one more thing. What I want to talk about beside Somali and Tigray brothers and sisters, is also the other our brothers in Oromo and Amhara. So which I wanna like to add more minutes. My brothers and my sisters in Oromo, you are in a Hornalapu and a brave people who fought against who fought last 100 years against the dictatorship. What you fought for this long century and long time, don't allow Abiy to destroy it. And the problem of Abiy and Amara elites is they saw that the large community of Oromo is the danger of their system. The only thing that we save, all of us, is to stand with our sisters and brothers and come forward how we're gonna throw this dictatorship, which is the Abiy Ahmed. And the Amara people, when I say Amara people, I'm not talking about the farmers and our community in Amara. I'm talking to Amara elites. There's one common thing that the Abiy and Amara elites have, is just to destroy the ethic federalism system and bring back the dirty system, which is a dictatorship. Whatever happened to your reputation, to your name, is responsible by the market and and we know that the Damaga was working the last 27 years to EPRDF, and he was part of it. We don't know how possible that he's still doing this. So whatever happened to your name, and he's gambling absolutely to your name. So stand for it with us. There's nothing against the Amara and the Tigray people. There's only Amara elitists and Abiy dictatorship creating this instead to extend their time and to get the support. So what I'm telling to them, stand with us and say no what those bad guys are doing on behalf of your name. Protect your name and come forward with us.
Thank you. Thank you for all those good messages. I really want you to say something as in with addressing straight to the Somali people with in the Somali language. And there is one clip also from Mustafa. It's also in Somali, so I want you to address that. I think he was saying something about the election. And then including that, I want you to really give the message of the day for Somali people, how they should relate to the whole struggle that's going against Abiy Ahmed and his allies, and saving the country from disintegration and also protecting themselves. So let me play the clip first, and then from then on you can go on with the Somali language message.
Marka, anagu duruufihi aanu ku nimid duruufo xalaal haddeen ahayn kuwa naga dambeeya kuwa xalaal inay ku yimaadaan annana inaan u gogol xaadhno shacabkuna ay nagu taageeraan xitaa weeyaan laakiin inayn u xiisnaano weligeed inaan awrkaraale ahaano kolba cidiina maaragtay qacantii inoo haadiso hebel iyo hebel balaraad waxaasoo ceeb ay nagu tahay ururada arrimaha lugta ku leh inay damiirkooda dib ugu soo laabtaan maaragtay aan kala hadlaynaa kuwa kale mucaaradka ee hadlaya inay akhlaaqiyaadka mucaaradada ilaaliyaan aflagaadooyinka shakhsiga aflagaad isku dirka qabaa'ilka waxyaalaha noocaasi wax wanaagsan oo siyaasad ahaan in anfacaya ma aha baa la leeyahay waxyaalaha in laga fogaado wixii dhaliila ay jira ee mas-uulku leeyahay in la soo dhigo mas-uuliyiinta laftigoodu xabisay maamulaan goldolooyinka jira in la soo dhigo waxyaalahaas oo dhan in laga hadlo wixii kale ee siyaasadahee halkaas annaga ku dhaami lahayn hadda waa la soo dhigi karaa maadaama hadda doorashooyinka nagu soo dhow yihiin.
So this our friend Mustafa has been a very useful tool for Abiy Ahmed, and I'm sure he's saying something into that effect. So you can go ahead with your Somali commentary.
Before I speak to Somali language, I want to explain the Ethiopian people what Mustafa says. Mustafa, he admitted that he is not the right choice of the people. He was bred by the outside. And the strangest thing was Mustafa was out of the country for 15 years, and he just came back as he's a president. And what he was saying was, no, he don't come in a right choice of the people, and they bring him. And what he promised was that the sixth election of this state will be free and fair. That's when the all political parties trust the words of him and Abiy. Same like Abiy, when he come to the power, mistakenly what he says was very sweet words, which confused the international community and all Ethiopian people. Forgiveness, peace, love, which is the beast standing to the war, and we have, we know that we don't need to explain to anyone, and his forgiveness turned to his revenge. His forgiveness turns to revenge. His peace turned to war, and these lies, they are common thing they are sharing. So what Mustafa says that time was he admitted that he come in the wrong way, and he promises that there will be fair and free election will took place. That when the political parties register it, we know today where's the election of Somali? There's no party against them, and they took the voting cards to like badges, and they keep in their storage. And when the other organizations go to the Mr. Board agency and show the proof, they promise that this cannot be hidden, they will change the cards. Nothing has been changed. no competent against them. They say they win. So who they win from? Who make it competent? This is a long thing that we like to talk about it. So now, we know on LF4, we know WSB, we know all the other organization that registered to be part of the election after they rejected when they saw how the corrupt of the. We never saw a full of a bag of a fighting kites that someone is keeping in some place. So this is what happened, and I'm sorry to say that that they have a ceremony today that they be MPs of the region or so whatever. So no one accepted for that. We don't accept it. The people doesn't accept it, and there's no election to the country. So if I want to speak in my language to my Somali brothers and sisters, waan idin salaamahayaa dhammaantiin aad baan idin salaamahayaa xasid qofka la hadlo waxaan idin leeyahay weli jeedaan xaaladdu meesha marayso shacabka Soomaaliyeed haddiinan idinku iska dulqaadin dulmigan oo aydan horey soo bixin oo aydan isdaafinin abiya waxaad wajihi doontaan dhibaatooyinkii dhergiga iyo keligitalisnimada iyo saddexdii sane hadda ugu dambeysay dhibka aad ku jirteen mid ka sii xun in layska kiin horkeeno qabiil la isugu kiin dilo inaan shaqaynin oo shaqadu sida ay noqotay aad u jeedaan heer dadkii macnaha hadda qabiil ahaan shaqadii looga saarahayo waxaasoo dhan macnaha waxaa keenahaya maamul xumada iyo dhibaatada ka jirta deegaanka waxaan idinku baaqahayaa inaad soo baxdaan oo aad soo garab istaagtaan halganka socda oo aad isdhaafisaan dulmigan iyo dulmi wadayaashan meesha jooga waa lala xisaabtami doonaa soon waqti aan fogay nin waliba wuxuu geystayna waa laga gudbi doonaa Soomaali hore wuxuu ugu mahmahdaa xeer gooye xeer ma diido dhibka nin waliba dhibka uu geystay tacadiga bini'aadnimada ka baxsan waa mid lagula xisaabtami doono lana horkeeni doono maxkamadda waxaan idin leeyahay marka waxa idin dhiman ma jiro waxa dowlataanna ma laha soo garab istaaga walaalihiin soo garab istaaga hiil iyo hooba horey u soo baxa waxaan ognahay wadankii iyo deegaankii borderkii iyo xadadkii iyo wixii aan lahayn qaabka ay maanta ay yihiin tan kaloo aynu ognahay hal arrin oo kale oo raba inaan idiin sheego maalinkii dhaweytay uu jinacsanay uu tagahayay base military oo ciidan baa rabaa meesha in la furo dhulalka wixii laynaga gooyay horey iska daaya hadda waxaa dib loo goynahayaa tulli guuleed oo la raacinayaa jinacsanay waana ogtihiin tulli guuleed iyo maanta jibtiga inta isu jira marka waxaan oo dhan haddii aynu sii dhowrano waxaa imaan doonta wadamo badan deegaan badan oo dhulka ka mid ah inuu qaato noloshiinu inay sida hadda tahay kasii xumaato sixir bararku inuu sii bato shaqo la'aantu inay sii badato cadaalad la'aantu inay sii badato wax dadkan iyo shacabka kala dawlad la'aan inay lagu soo dhaco meeshii marka waxaan idinka codsanaynaa oo aanu idinku baaqaynaa dhammaan dhalinyarada iyo ururada kala duwan waxgaradka uqaasha haweenka dhammaantiin inaad soo baxdaan oo aadna soo garab istaagtaan oo aad banaanka u timaadaan oo caddaysaan fikirkiina waad u jeedaan doorashada qaabka noqotay waad u jeedaan dadka doorashada ka soo baxaya qaabka u soo baxayaan iyo meelaha ay ka soo baxayaan wixin macnaha wax wada khaldan oo wax inaba ha yaraatee la qaadan karaa aynan jirin inay tahay waad u jeedaan arrintaasaan idinku baaqahayaa waanan aad baan idin bogaadinahayaa waxaan idin leeyahay oo aan idinku baaqayaa soo garab istaaga shacabka Tigreega oo walaalihiin dhibka maanta haysta iyo kii idinka hore idin haystay haddii maalin walba qolo uu iska dhibanaato waa dhibaato inteeda leh marka shacabka soo garab istaaga hiil iyo hooba la soo garab istaaga annagana la soo garab istaaga aanu isdhaafino waxaa imaan doonaa cadaalad iyo sinaan iyo nolol iyo barwaaqo imaan doonta insha Allah haddii Ilaahay yiraahdo marka intaasaan idinku baaqaya maantana waa maalinkii walaalihiin Tigreeg idin baahnaayeen waa maalinkii garabtaagiina u baahnaayeen dii inuu qof bini'aadan loo gargaarayo ama la garab istaagayo maanta inoo baahan dantuna waxay ku jirtaa inaynu isgarabsanno innaga iyo Tigreeg oo aynu iyo OLFta iyo ormada dhammaanteen inaynu together aynu isku dhaafino taasina dantu guud ku jirtaa laguna gaari karaa systemkan lagu dhaafin karaa meesha waad mahadsantihiin thank you very much.
Thank you, Asad Hersi, head of the leader of the SPLF diaspora community, Somali regional community. Thank you for sharing your views today, and I hope I will see you again.
Thank you very much. I hope we will not talk about it. We will be together as much until the end. We win, and I will be back.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah. So viewers, that's it from TMH today with our guest Asad Hersi, and see you next time. Goodbye.